And this is a Fox News alert. Congressional hearings on the Benghazi attack are about to be convened in the last hour. Fox News has obtained a letter that will be sent to Hillary Clinton tomorrow morning. Now, this letter is from Congressman Jason Chaffetz on behalf of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, and it reads in part, quote, "The full committee anticipates convening a hearing on Wednesday, October the 10th, 2012, to consider the security situation in Benghazi leading up to the September the 11th attack." Now, the attack that claimed the ambassador's life was the latest in a long line of attacks on Western diplomats and officials in Libya in the months, in fact, leading up to this attack. Now, it was clearly never, as the administration has once insisted, the result of a popular uprising or protest. Now, what you're looking at now is exclusively obtained photos from Congressman Chaffetz and the committee showing one of those attacks prior to the hit on our consulate that cost 4 Americans their lives. Now, these pictures are the aftermath of an attempted assassination on the British ambassador to Libya in Benghazi back in June. Now, a 2-car convoy in that case carrying the British ambassador was literally coming from a conference, and it was attacked in broad daylight by a militant with an RPG. Now, these are never-before-seen photos, and it happened just 1 block away from our Benghazi consulate. Now, the committee cites this attack as an important escalation in the violence against Western targets in Benghazi. Now, based on this development, I think it's safe to say that the smell of a cover-up has become too much for anybody to ignore now. Joining me now with more is former presidential candidate, former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. All right, I have a list here. 16 examples of violence leading up to this attack. We'd never heard about it, and they never took any security measures. This goes even deeper. One more thing. I am told that the number may be as high as 61, not just 16 that we're learning tonight.
Well, I think, first of all, Congressman Chaffetz and his team and the staff deserve a lot of credit. As I read this letter, which Fox had only gotten in the last hour, I was amazed at the number of incidents they were citing, including an IED going off, blowing a hole in our fence at the consulate. I mean, there were a whole series of these things going on. So you have to ask, I think, 3 layers. 1, why wasn't there security? 2, what is the U.S. ambassador doing on 9/11 of all days, going into Benghazi with no protection? And 3, how could the administration have lied to the American people for over 2 weeks? And there's no other word for it. What they have been doing, what Ambassador of the UN Susan Rice did, what the presidential spokesperson did, what the president himself did, was just plain tell the American people a falsehood.